like the full Dookie Super Saiyan Goku.
And absolutely dislike hard plastic capes.
Give me GT Goku, now give me my future, go on!
Like, I don't know.
Ooh. Yeah. I was out of town for like 2 weeks. Yeah, I think Champ got sick, and then I was sick before that. Yeah, so yeah, 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 yeah.
Heesh.
Multiple issues, yes.
Heesh, I don't think they can hear you.
He's like, I screwed it up. He's talking about the last one, but it's this one. They can hear us. Toot, 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 toot.
Yeah, they can hear us, but they can't hear you. This is
Oh,
why
they can
we
hear
gotta-
us.
Okay.
All right,
Yeah.
so why
Can
he's
they,
just
can
doing
they, can
that?
they hear us? Can they hear me now? Can they hear me now? Let me see.
Is there even an? How do you know they don't hear? I don't even see any comments.
I'm listening to it.
No.
Hold on. Come on.
Guys, we also still have our giveaway going on. So
Okay,
you
it's
have
fixed now.
All right, let me just finish this and we'll continue. We still have our giveaway going on, so you have a chance of your choosing to either pick the SH Figure Arts Let the Games Begin Goku or the Romance Dawn Figure Arts Luffy. Like I said, it's your choosing. You got to be within the US. Click on the video. It's in the description. You can see all the rules on how to enter, and it's free to enter. So enter if you want to win a figure.
Absolutely. So, anyways, let me try. What's going on, guys?
Yeah,
Welcome
let's
back to
do-
Figures and Film. This is Starblast Studios with Daredevil 19 and Champ Animations. How you doing, Cyber Spiral in the chat? And One Piece Season 2 is out right now. It is currently March 14th, 2026. And what would be an episode of the Figures and Films without Champ originally doing, a dance at the beginning? I scuffed up this intro so bad. I need to stop doing this.
Yeah, do
every
it again
single
just
time.
in case of those who coming in. Dum
Yeah.
dum 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 dum. My headphone fell off. Headphone fell off. Dum 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 dum.
Yeah, and I ain't even gonna bother repeating all the stuff I did. Well, I should, but anyways, let's go ahead and get into this because, quite frankly, compared to the previous episodes, without getting into any details, we had a lot of issues, technical issues. I screwed up the recording on one time, which again, that's on me, and then other personal
This
problems.
is why you
without
gotta
getting
make
into
sure
details.
you do a test recording before you go live.
Yeah,
I know.
we never got to review and discuss season 1, but we all really enjoyed season 1, and for me, I actually like this season a lot more than season 1, which is kind of rare for a show's series to do. I really think they stepped up their game. There's a lot of things they backed off of doing from season 1 that they fixed in season 2, which I'm really glad they did, and we'll get into all that. But we're going to cover the first half, like he said, Starblast episodes 1 through 4. What did you guys think of this right off the bat compared to season 1? Which one? Well, I know Starblast is he still has to watch episodes 5 through 8. But what do you think of it so far compared to season 1?
Well, I'm
Yeah,
not
just
go ahead.
no, sorry. I'm just saying we're just doing episodes 1 through 4, and
Yeah.
there will be spoilers. But let's try to go by the episodes one by one. But right now, let's get everyone's general opinion on the show. Try to say no spoilers until we actually dive into the episodes. So
Yeah.
go ahead.
First off, I'm not surprised that this is better right now than because if they're following the story, they're following the original show as closely as possible, and One Piece progressively got better the more and more and more you watched it.
Yeah.
And so I think that all the recipes and everything going into this was better. Now they did make a lot of changes in this story compared to the anime, but again,
But
I
not as
don't
much
find
as I
just
like to
like the
say from
first
the last
season.
season.
Yeah, just like with the first season, I don't find any of these changes offensive at all. I think that this is still very much holding the charm and the love of that One Piece has, and all of the changes
Mhm.
specifically to accommodate a 8 episode run, 1 hour with them being in like an hour long has been totally
Yeah.
fair and dandy. One example that so far like I can list right now is like when it came to adapting Vivi, we don't have her duck. And quite frankly, I'm okay with that because that duck was super annoying. I didn't care about the duck. It wasn't an integral part of the crew, and frankly the
I think we'll
it's
see
also
them in
good. It's
season.
also a good budget cut. I don't think they did it
Yeah,
because it
yeah.
was a budget cut. I think it to me it
Could have been
feels.
part of it.
I mean, it could have been, but like,
Yeah.
be honest. Like, how did the duck actually help amplify the story in any way? Like, what
He
did
had
it
a
add to the
lemonade
story?
stand. He had a lemonade stand on the side, and and then he waddled away.
Yeah,
Wada,
so does
He
wada.
did
So does
help.
Jeff the Land Shark in Rivals, bro.
He did help Usopp and Luffy fight on Little Garden, but I mean,
In the anime,
it's like
yeah.
minor things, and it's fine that they didn't put him in. I wasn't mad, or I wasn't like happy. It's just like, all right, that's fine. I think we'll see them in season 3 in Alabasta, like when they're all riding the ducks together. We'll see Karu then. We'll probably get introduced to him, and they'll see him, but I don't think he'll be like a big part. I think maybe it was something they wanted to cut out, something they wanted to save on not using CGI because Chopper was probably super expensive to do. And, other things with CGI, the Devil Fruit, Smoker's Devil Fruit, and a lot of the other Devil Fruits as well. So it could have been multiple. It could have been multiple reasons why they cut out Karu. But yeah, to me, it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah,
He-
and well, okay, so going into episode 1 right now, let me just say the I remember seeing like this original teaser before this episode, so they had to go ahead and get supplies. So I guess we're gonna delve into a little bit of spoilers right now, but
Yeah, so spoilers. Just a quick thing. I just want to say that season 2. Since I've seen it, all of season 2, and Sean, you've seen it as well.
Yeah.
Just a quick, no spoilers, but just like on a scale 1 through 10, what would you rate it? I would rate it between an
I'd
8
probably
or a 9, maybe an
Yeah, I'd
8.5.
probably give it a 9.
A 9?
There was a lot more that I enjoyed, a lot more that I liked than there were some dislikes, but we'll get into that the next episode.
Would you
when we
let
get
me just
fully
say
through
one
it.
more thing? Would you say it's better or
I think
better
it's
or worse than season 1?
better, much better. Yeah.
Heesh, what about you? Do you think I know you're only 4 episodes in, but do you think it's better or you think season 1's better?
it's too. I can't judge an entire season based upon 4 episodes, but from what I
Right.
can tell you, the first 4 episodes are very, very strong. I have had no issues
Yeah.
like with any of them. I feel like
Pacing's really good in it too.
Yeah.
I don't
So
know if
I'll
you
leave
guys-
I'll leave that answer for like the seasons later once we
Yeah.
watch episodes 5 through 8. Once I watch 5.
Okay.
through 8.
Yeah, yeah, that's fair. But let's dive
What about
into
you, Champ?
season. I would say it's a lot better than season 1. I feel like there's less changes, to be honest. And the changes they do have in the show make sense. They do it for the better. And we'll go into more again. We'll go into spoilers right now. Diving into episode 1, the beginning and the end, which is where the Straw Hats visit Logtown. Basically the birth of the great pirate era where King Roger died. So again, guys, if you haven't watched the anime, I don't know what you're doing watching this, and you haven't watched the live action. Again, I don't know what you're doing
get
watching
outta
this.
here.
Unless you like, you don't care for spoilers. But anyway, let's dive into it. Okay, episode 1.
We're gonna get into spoilers now.
Yeah, we
right?
just said that multiple
of course.
times. Oh my gosh.
You got to make sure. You got to make sure. Some people don't listen.
Yeah.
But what do you guys think about episode 1 of Logtown? I'll let you guys start off.
So
go ahead, Ish.
okay.
I'll go next.
Okay, the whole discussion that happened there, so like to convincing Luffy to go into Logtown was just great. That was just like peak peak One Piece interaction type of thing. It's like I just this show somehow continues to impress me at just how well and loyal and truthful to the characters everyone in the show is. So they go to Logtown, and we of course we get that fantastic scene with Zoro when he goes to get the swords, and bro is like, and he finds the curse sword. He's like, all right, let's see what's stronger, my will or this sword. Throws the sword up, about to, like checks to see if it's gonna cut his arm, and it doesn't do it. I still till this very
One of
day.
my favorite scenes.
One of my favorite scenes, yeah. Till this
I,
very
I was
day,
anticipating that too before watching it. I'm like, I can't wait to see that. I can't wait.
till this very day, even in the anime, I still don't understand what the like is where I'm at, particularly in the anime. I don't understand the effect of like what the curse sword specifically does, right? Like what I know
Like,
it's supposed to
it's a
affect the way
sword,
you
like,
die, but
it betrays the sword user. You know, like it ends up getting them killed. You know, it's if your will isn't strong enough to control the sword, you're not going to be able to use it properly. Like kind of like how like Mandalorian was using the dark saber and he couldn't. It was real heavy for him and he couldn't use it. That's how I see it. Like you like what he was saying, his will. If his will is weak, the sword isn't going to work with him with his moves and not going to cut properly or probably cut anything. You know, you'll probably end up dying using it. That's why the store owner never wanted anyone to take that sword or buy it, and he refused to even sell it to Zoro until Zoro did that. So it's just a cursed sword that just you need to be able to control it, and if you can't,
what's the name of the girl with the glasses that looks like
Hashigi.
Tashigi.
bro? Her acting is great. Her like
Yeah.
oh my god, it was like she was like basically a 1-to-1. I feel like the character from the anime actually came and performed in this show. Like her
Yeah.
facial expressions, her demeanor, like her whole like the way she carries herself, like was totally like 1-to-1. Like that was some of the best casting I've ever seen. So one
A
massive
lot of the actors are really good in it. Even our main cast, I feel like, act so much more like their characters, or they gave them more work to so they can act more like their characters. But I just feel like everybody just, brought their A game.
My only nitpick is still with Zoro because again Zoro
I
in
liked
the
him
manga.
better.
Well, the thing is, it feels like he's portraying post time skip Zoro, not pre time skip. Because pre time skip
From
Zoro
season,
is
you're talking about season 1 because he was very stoic and bland, and very. That's how I feel like post time skip Zoro is. Pre time skip, I feel like he goofed around and laughed more and said stupid.
Yeah,
stuff.
I don't feel like I get the same vibes from the live action Zoro, which I know he's trying. That's not on him, but I feel like I feel like I want a little bit more of Zoro, like showing a little like being more like what do you want to not goofy. Yeah, a little bit more like he was like a little bit more like lighthearted until he went under until like what happens at Thriller Bark. I feel like that's where he really begins to change. But I feel like the way I guess maybe they wanted to balance out the characters and make Usopp and Luffy more like the comedic duo instead of Zoro. So I understand that change.
I think Zoro was way better than he was in season 1. I felt like he was too boring of a character. You know what I mean? He just acted very like what we were saying, how he is more in pre-time skip.
Mm-hmm.
I know he doesn't. I mean, he does say like stupid things, which Zoro did do a lot in the pre-time skip, like the whole whale thing. You mean the uvula? Oh, so it's a girl whale.
Yeah,
like saying dumb stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, we're jumping ahead a little bit, but honestly, I don't know. That's just my minor nitpick. I really, but I do believe that everyone in the cast does a phenomenal job portraying their character anime counterparts. Real quick, I just want to mention this in the comics. Jason Moon, he asked a question: when will we get a Laura Abava? Sorry if I mispronounced her name. Miss All Sunday SH Figure Arts, or an anime Miss All Sunday SH Figure Arts all. We'll probably get that soon, to be honest. But we're not talking about
the anime version first.
Yeah, we'll probably get that soon. I mean, we're doing the whole.
Be next.
Yeah, but we're not talking about we're not talking about figures in this episode. We're talking about mainly the episodes. But I just wanted to point that out real quick. Anyway, Heesh, continue. I
Okay,
think it's your turn
so
to talk.
one of the big so we get to the part specifically where they're all traveling around doing their own thing. Sanji's getting supplies, Nami's looking at maps, Usopp's getting his iconic glasses, and or what I don't know what those things are called.
Yeah, yeah,
And
the
then
goggles.
Luffy of course goes to see the place where which Gold Roger was executed. And
Did you know who the green hair guy was?
yeah, I remember him from the in the anime from the Doflamingo arc.
Dressrosa. Yeah,
Dressrosa.
yeah.
Dressrosa.
Okay, I forgot where you got to that.
Bartholomew.
Bartholomew.
Bartolomeo. Yeah,
I thought it was Bartholomew.
That's what I
No,
thought.
that's Bartholomew Kuma. That's the guy who's real
that's
big.
right.
Yeah, that does the bear paw thing. That guy.
Which
Yeah, I
that
always
acting,
get that
that actor
Their
was
names
great,
are
but
so similar.
I need to
Yeah.
let me touch on this one specific detail. This is okay. So we get to the part where Bucky, the clown, gets is like confronts Luffy. But the big change that they added here was adding in Alvida with the slip.
No, she was there.
No,
No, she was there in the original.
Yeah, she was there.
Yeah,
in
she
the
was.
original,
She that's when they first show her off all skinny in the
Yeah,
anime and manga.
yeah.
They did.
Yep,
Mm-hmm.
that's true to the original source material too.
I could give you one of my
Has
negatives.
it been like so
I didn't-
long since I don't remember her being there?
Yeah, it's so early in it, and I don't. I
Oh my
know
God,
you
it must have
started
been over a
it
decade or
long
something.
time ago. Yeah, yeah. But I didn't like how her devil fruit looked when she was spinning around Luffy. I don't know, it just didn't look good.
Yeah,
I don't
can
even
tell.
remember
Like
her
I
doing
can
that.
tell. Like it was definitely like the physics from the rope holding her. But I mean, I don't know how
Yeah,
else you
yeah.
would do it. Like
Yeah, it's probably hard to do certain things, but like some of it just doesn't look good.
I think they should have just done like roller skate or something, and then like just CGI'd the feet back in.
Yeah, that probably would have worked better actually, because that's what it looks like she's doing when she's using her devil fruit, I guess.
Maybe not roller
Yeah.
skates because I know the physics. Like if her feet are only like pointing straight when she's doing it, then it's gonna give away that it's.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
Hmm.
I forgot if she's like it looks like she's skating or not. I don't know, but I don't know. I just thought it didn't look that great, but who knows? Maybe there wasn't really any other way for them to do it. But I mean, that
Also-
actress, give her credit for losing all that weight too. Like, oh
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, she actually put in the work. That's incredible.
Yeah.
100%. She did great. Anyway, so everything from that point when they confront his basically was like 1-to-1. Luffy gets thrown up onto the same execution platform as Goldie Roger, and Buggy's like mocking him and everything, and he's getting ready to cut off his head. And Luffy's like smiling in the face of death. He is laughing. He's telling his crew, "I am sorry." He's like, "Hey guys, I'm dead." And then
Yep.
Yeah, just like in the anime
Just like
manga.
in the
That's
anime.
what it
I'm
says.
dead.
Yeah.
hey guys, I'm dead.
And but I love how the lightning, when it hit, a lightning came down and struck Buggy, and I love how all his pieces just went flying, and he was getting like zapped too. He was getting flung away. But yeah, you just see after that like an explosion and Luffy's hat like floating down to the
He
ground.
exploded like a Lego character from like Lego Star Wars or something. Ah, and just
Yeah, yeah. And Bartolomeo, like when Bartolomeo sees Luffy roll up, and he's like amazed at him, like, holy shit,
Yeah.
this guy's
And-
pretty freaking awesome.
And I like that they added that because he was there
Yeah.
during that time. So I like how they're adding like stuff that was added later in the post time skip, and they're like, you know what?
Yeah.
Let's include that because let's be honest, we don't know how far they're gonna go with the live action. I doubt
They're
we're gonna get
going 12 seasons is what they're going
I doubt they're
for.
gonna be able to cover that much.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
wasn't sure if
Oda
they were
has a
going to
different
include
ending,
that
I
scene
guess,
from
for
Logtown, but the fact that they even did and having the lightning bolt specifically tells me that this scene is significant for something to do with One Piece later in the future, and I think that it has something to do with the fact that I'm not gonna say
Dragon?
who it is. Well, I'm not gonna. Well, yeah, it's Dragon, but I'm not gonna reveal like who that person is in case there's people who are watching this that only are watching the live action adaptation, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah, well, we already said spoilers, so
yeah, spoilers for the live action, not spoilers for the anime.
yeah. Well, there's a
You
theory
didn't even
that-
reveal his name. You said it. You spoiled it.
Yeah,
Who Dragon?
Yes.
yeah,
No, they mentioned it in the. They mentioned it.
yeah.
What
they do.
episode?
Did you?
He might have not got up to it with
Oh,
Wabo, right?
okay. No,
Yeah.
did he? Wait.
They
No,
do
did he?
mention it, yeah.
Did you see Garp talk to Smoker?
Oh yeah, he mentions it there too. Yeah,
That's right.
that's
Okay,
right.
yeah, they
Yeah.
did mention dragon.
Yeah.
Okay,
No.
I did see that. No, I forgot
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah.
Legit forgot about that. Okay. Okay, but
Yeah, but there is a theory that Dragon, people don't know this. So people have a theory that he does have a devil fruit, and some people think it's to control the weather. Some people, like, I think he has a devil fruit that's like Storm from X-Men.
yeah.
That's what I think.
Yeah,
Some-
that's been a thing, and I think the actor actually, I don't know if this is real. I wish I saved the screenshot, but he said it was the actor who played Dragon saying like how much he loved like playing the character and be able to explore his powers or whatever. And I'm just
Hmm.
like, and he
Might have
I was-
looked it up.
and he kind of just slipped up, and everyone's like, did he just like
Kinda-
nonchalantly just confirm that
Kind
Dragon
of
has
like how
no-
Anaki Godoy kind of screwed up and said Crocodile was in the first episode of season 1 at Roger's execution, and you don't see anyone that looks like him besides that woman.
Mhm.
So yeah,
Huh.
yeah.
Besides that
yeah.
woman, hold up. So they're gonna
Well,
they're gonna
do
ginger
you
stuff
remember
Crocodile?
in Impel Down? You remember the guy with the purple afro who can like change people into a man or a
Oh
woman?
yeah, that person.
So supposedly he changed Crocodile from a woman to a man. That's another theory.
Or a man to
Emporio.
well, yeah.
Yeah,
Emporio Ivankov.
yeah. And Anaki Godoy kind of like slipped up saying all the pirates that was at Roger's execution, and he mentioned like Smoker was there, Mihawk, Crocodile, and then the actress who plays Nami looked at him like, "Stop it," and it's like, "Oh, never mind." So yeah, sometimes
You got that
actors-
Tom Holland type of thing with spoilers, bro.
Yeah, he does. But one thing I really liked in this episode was Smoker and how awesome his devil fruit looked. They really like those type of devil fruits. I think are going to look awesome. Like Ace next season, I think his devil fruit's going to look great
Oh,
because
yeah.
the smoke CGI looked fantastic.
Mhm.
And I loved how he did his moves, like just his movements on how he did like the punch to Sanji just looked really cool. And then that double punch one.
It was really convincing. Like I was wondering, like, okay,
Yeah.
how are they going to how accurate are they going to be with the smoke?
Yeah.
And then once you see it doing, like, oh my god, it's totally seamless. Like it all just like came together so well in a neatly patterned bow. But anyway, so moving on. Eventually, so they finally leave Logtown, and then they're about to head out for the Grand Line. So let's go ahead and get right into episode 2. Any
This is one of my
any other
favorite
details about episode 1 though that we should like touch on? I think we got it basically everything.
This is like a spoiler. They did show a character behind Dragon, which is Sabo. So
Yeah.
they introduced
They
him.
did?
Sabo makes a cam. Yeah,
Yeah,
he makes a
stands
cameo.
behind Dragon. He doesn't,
doesn't say anything.
Yeah, he's just
He's in the background.
I didn't even think that was Sabo, bro. That's crazy.
Yeah, that was Sabo. I feel like the actor looked too old.
That's probably just a temporary
Yeah, it is a
actor
temporary, yeah.
because again, we don't know if we're gonna get to Dressrosa. So
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, but it was cool seeing it.
Where do you think they would even stop like the live action? Like if they were to like at any point, I don't think that they
Well,
can.
at the end of season
keep-
2, they did 13% of the manga. So they want to do 12 seasons. That's their goal. I feel like they're going to cut down a lot of arcs. Like if they do Skypiea, I feel like it might be half a season. So I think they might do stuff like that or make them 2 to 3 episodes each. Kind of like how, Drum Island was a nice chunk of episodes. I think they're going to do stuff like that so they could put, multiple arcs. Maybe they'll do 10 episodes, maybe season 4 or something. But they do have a goal. Oda already has an ending for it.
Man, I want to go
So
act in this show, bro. I want to be in One Piece.
Go to Cape Town. That's where they film it. And that's where they pick up all the like extras and stuff.
Perfect. Okay. Even if I'm like
Gotta
an
fly
extra.
around the world. Fly around the world.
So heading into episode 2, so the first of all, this is where episode 2 I
hunting.
think had a lot more changes here than episode 1 did. But they were
Yeah, that's
changes for
nice,
the
sure.
better that made sense to help progress the story in a much faster way. So of course, like in the anime, they go up the mountain, which has which you actually
Reverse
feel,
mountain.
huh?
It's reverse mountain.
Reverse mountain. Yes, thank you. and they go up Reverse Mountain, and you actually feel the stakes of how dangerous this is, because as they're going up, you see a lot of these shipwrecks. You see a ton of these like wreckages, and they're barely able to like keep the ship steady to go straight, even to the point where like Usopp cannot hold it, and then they actually break the shaft on the boat when going up there. So Luffy, he has to improvise. Yeah, Luffy has to improvise. He has to like stretch his arms out and grab like like parts of the mountain on the side,
little boulders and rocks, to control,
keep the ship straight.
Yeah, put it in the right direction so they don't hit the wall and end up like the crash ships. But it was intense. It was funny. I love how Usopp is like screaming and super scared now. Like he really wasn't as much last season, but this season he is, and I just love that. And you see Zoro and Sanji smiling as they're going down, laughing. Nami and Luffy are having a great time. It's mainly like Usopp who's freaking out going down there. And then we see like a big figure at the bottom, and
Laboon.
like we're gonna hit it. And yeah, it ends up being Laboon, and Luffy, I forgot what he does. Does he grab onto Laboon or to one of the rocks, and he kind of slings himself off, and Laboon ends up swallowing the ship. So now, go ahead.
And now this is where I was just like, okay, are they going to have it be like how it was in the anime, where there's the guy, I can't remember his name, had actually Crocus had built like an internal like island and thing inside of Laboon's stomach.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, they cut that out,
but they didn't.
But they mentioned it. They mentioned it at the end of the episode, saying, "Oh, you could probably build a house."
That was a funny thing. I was just about to get to that. So like, it was funny that they mentioned the possibility of even doing that, and I'm like, oh, okay, so yeah, maybe like I don't think we're ever gonna see him again, to be honest with you, but. Like the fact that they even acknowledge this and being something to do later, like the changes that makes sense. But what was funny is that so they're inside of the ship, and they're inside of Laboon's stomach, and Laboon, he goes back down into the mountain because he got hit with the sedative, right? But they're like in there, they run into, which I'm just gonna reveal who they are right now, Miss Wednesday and Mr. Nine.
I don't know why I was saying 5. Yeah. That fight between Sanji and Mr. Nine I loved how they did Sanji's kicks. He did some really cool kicks in that, and I really liked that.
Bro, Mr.
And then Usopp like screaming the whole time.
Mr. Nine looks like he jumped right out of the anime. Again, the set and design, attention to detail was like totally perfect. And I was able to appreciate this a little bit more because like I remember seeing like him in the shots when I was editing Champ's video for One Piece, which if you're caught up on like the first part of One Piece, like the first half of One Piece up to the pre-time skip, go ahead and watch Champ's review. It is it's on his channel, like talking about it. It's a great video, but like you can just like the attention to detail, the stuff that he does with the bats. I love that this show is being unapologetically what it is, and just embracing the goofy nature of it, but still also like feeling like a very capable, like it's not doing that thing that live action does where it gets so goofy and totally goofy to where it's just like it just seems abhorrent in live action, but they know how to carry the charm and such of the show. Like for example, like Zoro and Sanji's conflict with one another, you see them butting heads all the time, and it doesn't feel like a forced thing, like that anime that they would do in adapting anime tropes. It actually feels like these people actually like they tolerate one another, which is how it should be. They got like this whole brotherly conflict and trying to like validate themselves in a
it does work really well. And another thing, this was hands down one of my favorite episodes this season. I mean, I almost teared up with Laboon. It just, the whole backstory and everything was just
that is a good background.
It was so sad, but you like feel bad for him. The damn whale's crying, and you're like, oh man, this poor little whale.
I like they had the flashback. They incorporated the flashback from Thriller Bark that we later see our special cameo of a future pirate Straw Hat crew member.
Brooke,
which we get to see.
I thought because of the title screen, I genuinely thought for a bit that they were gonna like have Brooke in here. Like, wait, what? That's way too early. Because
Well,
Yeah,
it
he
makes sense
technically
because
did.
he is in the
The
Rumbar Pirates.
Rumbar Pirates.
But he's
Yeah,
in
he
like
was one
he's
of
in like the
them.
flashback, and dude, again, like the casting there is great. Let me just okay. First of all, I know I don't know if this is gonna be like a controversial thing, but I want to talk about the casting for both Vivi and Brooke, and because I don't understand, like, first of all, these people are very good actors, right?
Mm.
But this
I would have
whole
handpicked them too, which that's something I don't get
yes,
either. Like the goddamn creators handpicking them.
but
Shut up
the whole
and
surface level
enjoy.
hate that people are getting just because they don't look exactly one to characters, I don't like is
Yeah.
totally done. Now I appreciate, don't get me wrong, I appreciate when the characters look exactly like they do in One Piece with the attention to detail, like I was just talking about with Mr. Nine, right?
Mhm.
Or with well, what's his name, Smoker's assistant, but the
Tashigi.
Tashigi.
yes,
Yeah.
Fushigi,
Tashigi.
Tashi.
Tashigi.
Tashigi.
Okay, he keeps cutting
Yeah.
the eyes out. But the way that it's not just about like how they look, it's about like how they carry themselves. Now,
Yeah.
personally, I think it's one of those things where if they do a change and the actor is just not, doing a good job, then it's like, okay, what was the purpose of changing of hiring this actor for this job if it wasn't
Mhm.
like, if they're not even going to like act good. But Vivi and Brooke, dude, they were great. I don't think that
Yeah.
like, dude, even as I'm like, you know what, the way that the actor reminded me for Brooke, I don't know if you guys have ever seen the movie Soul, but he reminded me of that guy from the movie Soul, like, because he was like really into music. He
The
loved it.
Pixar movie that Jamie Foxx played the main character.
Yes.
I've seen bits of it, but I think
never
I
saw
know.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
But it
just
reminds you.
he reminds me of that. Like so I'm just like, this is great.
Yeah.
That matches Brooke, and he's got that
He had a good
smile, a
singing
passionate
voice.
attitude.
Yeah,
I
he
love.
had the laugh down. He got the
Yeah.
laugh down. That's all. That's something I really care about is that he did the yo
If they
laugh.
yo,
And he sounded
I
natural
love
in
it.
doing it. It didn't sound cheesy or forced.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
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 Another the quick thing I want to read a comment from Cyber Spiral. He says, "Not gonna lie, that flashback makes me sad knowing what's gonna happen to that crew."
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's one of the saddest. Brooke has one of the saddest backstories. Yeah,
I will
it's just
say,
so
Mhm.
heart-wrenching.
I would say I'm so glad they brought in Binks's was it Binks, is it Brinket or
Binks's
Binks?
song or
Binks's sake. Binks's
Yeah,
sake. I'm
that's a
so
great.
glad.
I love
And
that
then
song. Yeah.
and then you have Luffy, instead of fighting the whale, he sings
This,
it, and I'm like,
yeah, they changed
oh,
that too. Yeah.
Yeah.
gather up
He
all
does
the
punch
crew.
him in the eye.
Time
I'm
to
like,
shift
punch him in the
the
eye.
Binks's crew.
Punch him in the eye because he does punch him in the eye.
Yeah.
But then, yeah, I do love how he did the singing because Laboon was just like heartbroken because the Rumbar Pirates promised him that they'll return, and he keeps smashing his head into this mountain. What I like too is they show the blood in the water after he smashes his head into it. So they're showing blood more often too, which was a complaint people had last season. But I love how you see his eye, from under the water as he's singing and dancing and slowly rise above water and watch him. And you could just see the emotion in the goddamn whale's eye. And you're like, it's so sad, man. It's just a whale too. But they really did a very good job with that. If you're making people feel emotions over a goddamn, fictional, humongous whale, I think you're doing a pretty good job. But yeah, I
need to
love the
call
whole
someone out
Luffy
here.
singing.
I need to call someone out here. So people oftentimes what I find is that it's a lot of times where the Dragon or the One Piece fandom would have a case where they're trying to like one up the Dragon Ball fans, and they exaggerate something, and they instigate stuff with the Dragon Ball fans. But in this case, I want to call out the Dragon Ball fans. The Dragon Ball fans on Twitter, y'all are like y'all should not be criticizing a live action when the type of shit we got is Dragon Ball Evolution. That you're complaining about the CGI for Laboon. This is such incredible nitpicking because the CGI like was actually really good. And yes, you can probably say, oh yeah, there's a little bit of detail, but dude, it's a Netflix show. It doesn't have like the budget of the movie. This is like way big. This is actually
I
way
thought
longer than
Laboon
a movie.
CGI was good. There is CGI in it that we'll get to next episode that I felt wasn't as good. Cham, you might know what I'm talking about, but it's later on.
The Dragon Ball fans are actually embarrassing themselves from how they are going about nitpicking this. When it's like they feel.
I
It's
don't
like
know why people
I
just...
feel like One Piece. I was always saying like a lot of the One Piece people seem to seem so insecure whenever Dragon Ball is doing good. But now that they're seeing One Piece people like getting like people now, it's like what do you have to be so insecure about? We have so much stuff in Dragon Ball, and you're over here acting like an idiot.
It's like the Marvel versus DC. Just enjoy what you enjoy. If you love both, you love both. I love them all. Just enjoy what we're getting. I don't know why.
Yeah, but I know. But even in the DC live action stuff, they still can't seem to can't seem to argue like
what I'm getting
between Henry Cavill and David Cornsweet.
Yeah, people just love to hate on things though, and it's just like just enjoy life, man. Life is too short. Just enjoy it. If you don't like that stuff, don't watch it. Don't bother with it. You know, who cares? But continuing on here.
By the way, guys, if you made it so far in the stream, make sure you go ahead and leave a like. It helps out the channel. Helps us all out.
Yeah,
leave a like.
It's good. Yeah. It's good.
Leave a like, share. I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, yeah, that's right. Did you guys catch when Luffy was singing Binks' sake to Laboon when he was dancing? The movements he was doing.
Yep.
He was doing the sun god.
I think that was a subtle hint at what's to come. I think he's going to look weird. Live action Gear 4 is going to look so weird. Gear 5, I think, will work really well.
If we get there. Get there, the actors age rapidly.
I know, but now
if they keep the pace that they're doing with
they're not. Season 3 is going to be next summer.
Yes, that's going to be next summer.
That's way better. Better than the gap between season 1 and 2.
Yeah, usually shows with new seasons, it's every year around the same time. So that's what they got to be consistent doing that. Because, like I said, Emily Rudd, Nami's actress, is going to be 30 by season 3's release date. So they really got to,
she still looks fine. She still looks like she can pass as
yeah.
Oh, they all look fine. Even Miss All.
I knew you were going to say that. I knew you were going to say that.
You like the fan service they did with Nami?
Oh yeah, when
I saw that,
the weather kept on changing.
Yeah, I always heard that wanted to do that.
I saw a picture of that on Twitter of all places.
In the bikini time.
I thought that was gonna be like, you remember in like Little Garden in the anime when like her shirt got burned off? I thought it was gonna be that scene. I did not expect it to just be about the weather.
Yeah, that was a funny scene.
I can tell you this: I don't think she's gonna have any problems adapting to the way Nami looks post time skip.
Oh yeah. Do you see people editing her chest bigger? It says
no. They don't need to do anything.
That's what people are doing. I'm like, stop it.
Listen. I might be capped for this one. I might be out of line. I might be the minority in this this take. But I think that the post time skip female outfits are just bland, tasteless fan service.
A lot of people think that they go a little too overboard.
Yeah, I've seen on Twitter how the Chinese censor those outfits, and they just make them so much better. I'm not gonna lie.
It is.
They're so much better and more practical.
They even do it with Demon Slayer. They do it with everything. It's not just One Piece. They do it with everything.
And I'm just thinking to myself, is this censorship or is this an upgrade? Because unless it like really,
they did it with Tengen's wives in Demon Slayer too. Because
that makes sense. I like that, unless they're in the entertainment district, which makes sense because in the entertainment district. But outside of it, I'm just like, that makes sense. Anyway, sorry, I was going on a tangent.
There was this one edit they did too. I can't remember what her name is. It's Sasuke's daughter. And it's like they gave her a completely different outfit. It looks like it's in Naruto. It looks so much better than the one that she has right now. It's great. It's great. Anyways, where were we at?
So wrapping up the episode, pretty much, Luffy befriends Laboon, makes him feel better. Like, look, you're part of our crew now, and I promise you we will come back and get you. And he draws, the Straw Hat logo, the stupid looking one, the funny one that Luffy draws right on his head. And then he tells Laboon, don't bang into the wall anymore, because if you do, that's going to come up.
Just like the
So that's that's like another thing of him telling Laboon, stop doing that. we promise to come back to you. That's something I can't wait for in the anime, that the Brook and Laboon reunite. But yeah, pretty much, they did catch why they were in Laboon. The other Straw Hats did capture Mr. Nine and Vivi, or Miss
Wednesday.
Yeah, Miss Wednesday. So they got captured. Laboon let them all go. Now they're heading. Oh, also, Crocus gave them a log pose because they didn't have one. And then Nami is like, "Oh my god, I'm a horrible navigator." That was something I liked. She's like, "Oh my god, what am I doing? I don't even know what I'm doing."
Now, there's one thing I didn't wish they included that was in the manga and anime, and it's when Crocus
they included
mentions the last name of the island, that Laugh-Tale, or they originally called it Raftel, but it's Laugh-Tale. He doesn't tell them the island name, but he does say it. He does say it, but they're already left, and he looks at a portrait at Goldie Roger. Which, by the way, how did Luffy not see that picture in his house? Like, it's just hanging right by the door.
He was too worried about saving his friends, so he probably he probably overlooked it.
But that's a kind of a nitpick. Well, actually, you know what? I'm not gonna call it a nitpick. That's one of the negatives I have, is that he should have said what that last island name, because at this point, everyone in the Straw Hats know what the goal is now, right? What's the island? They didn't mention that.
Yeah.
Unless they're gonna have someone else mention it, when they get further along to Sabaody, maybe a wink.
Yeah, but yeah, this episode, I forgot where it ends, but I mean, I guess we'll kind of jump into episode 3. It kind of leads into it.
I mean, it ends with them basically having Miss Wednesday and Mr. Nine hostage, right? And then they go. So next episode, they butt in, and Luffy's doing his funny little interrogation with Miss All Sunday.
That was great,
but it's not really an interrogation. He's like, "Oh, so what do you do?" Like, he's like trying to get to know her, and she's like totally caught off guard. Like, "What are you supposed to be interrogating me?" Nah.
What he's really doing is like his thing. Like he can tell if people are like good at heart or bad, and he notices that Vivi isn't going to hurt them, or Miss Wednesday, she's like, she's not going to do anything, because he unties her, and the rest of them are like, "What are you doing?" And then Mr. Nine tries to persuade him too, and then he's thinking about it. Zoro's like, "You're really not thinking about untying him too, right?"
Which I think is like funny attention to detail, because like Mr. Nine is definitely like bad. Compared to but I wouldn't say he's all bad. He at least like had the moral integrity of like not going after jumping up ahead a little bit. He didn't he does something similar in the anime. He doesn't team up with the rest of Baroque Works to go after Vivi. He chooses to die for her.
I don't know if you remember, but he actually helps Vivi escape Whiskey Peak in the manga anime.
Yeah.
This time he just chooses not to betray her and go after her,
which is more natural. Yeah, I think that's a more natural.
Yeah. But episode 3 is Whiskey Peak, or what is it, Cactus Island or something like that?
Yeah, Cactus Island, Whiskey Peak.
They did change a nice chunk here, but it worked. What they changed, I think, worked. This was probably one of the more better episodes. I don't know how you guys felt about this one.
I'm glad that they took out this stupid gag fight between Luffy and Zoro. Because at that point, I always had a problem with that, because Luffy at this point knows Zoro, so it wouldn't make sense that he would doubt Zoro and think that he would just kill people for no reason.
Supposedly Oda was kind of like forced to write that, because they said they needed something more in it, in that arc back when he was writing it. So it's something he was like forced to do by I don't know, whoever was in charge over wherever at the time. Mm-hmm. So it was good that they cut it out.
I do like that that we see like Zoro using this time to kill the Baroque mercenaries or bounty hunters. Basically, he's using it as a training exercise.
Yeah,
because Mihawk is like in his.
What did you think of that?
I kind of liked it. It kind of we got to see what Zoro was thinking internally when he's like training. Like he's like, "Oh, you're always my goal now." Like, I'm so glad they reminding the audience. I mean, we know as anime fans that that's his goal, but
it's a good way to keep the Mihawk actor.
It's his measuring stick. basically.
Yeah.
And that's a common trope where it's like, he would be in a tough fight. He's like, yeah, but I've dealt with someone tougher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also like that Sanji. This is the one time they really made Sanji like a simp when he's at the bar and these two women are like, "Hey, why
Oh,
don't
you're
you come up?"
twins.
Yeah, he's like, "Sure, why not?" That like that's. I was like, okay, you can have a little bit of anime,
And
simping
him
Sanji
being
there.
like that.
I mean,
Yeah, him
yes,
being like
but
that.
also at the same time, like the way that he's carrying himself, like he's doing tricks. Like I can actually see
Yeah.
it's like someone like Sanji genuinely like making people simp for him with the way that he was like serving the drinks.
So okay, so the biggest thing I love about live action Sanji is something I've always had a problem with post time skip Sanji is how he's just too perverty, too like he's just
they
too much.
really,
He's too much.
dulled that down a lot.
I know he was like a little bit like that in pre time skip, but not as bad. He still had that suave, charm. He was like, he was still able to do that flirting, but like. I love how the actor, what was his name, Taz, I think that's
Taz Skylar.
Taz Skylar. I like how he's able to he's still like he's like a ladies man, but not to the point where he's like so annoying with it. He's like
Being
charming.
like a straight up pervert and creep.
Yeah.
Because in real life Sanji would be a pervy creep.
Yeah.
So, and a lot of anime have those pervy characters. Like
Yeah,
Dragon
but of
Ball.
course they need to like
Ball.
when adapting it, they need to still have this character be still suitable for like
Yeah.
the standards of being able to walk daily life. So
But
because everything in anime is exaggerated for the sake of it. Like they know they're self aware to the fact that they know that this would not work in live action, so they dumb it down heavily.
Yeah,
live action Sanji is the guy you want to marry and have kids, and he's got a 401k and everything.
401k.
Anime Sanji is the one you get a restraining order from. He's the one that follows you in the back alleys.
One thing, I'm jumping ahead a little bit, either in this episode or the beginning of episode 4, but when Nico Robin shows up on the ship, Sanji, I think, needs to keep that chivalry where he will not hit a woman. I want them to keep that. That's something I love about his character. But when Nico Robin popped up on the ship, and everybody saw her, they like Zoro drew his swords. I think Luffy was ready to punch. Usopp got a slingshot, and I think Sanji had a gun, and he pulled the gun and pointed it at her. That's something he would never do. That was one nitpick.
And the anime and the manga.
Oh, okay, yeah.
No, he does on the live action.
No, he does not.
We just watched it.
He just runs up the stairs, and then before he could get to her, Miss All Sunday like makes him fall back.
Oh, he didn't.
Yeah, so he did
Why
not.
did I think that?
He did not pull a gun in the live action, which is better because Sanji would never do that. He would never just use his hands
I want them to keep that
destruction.
chivalry, though, like him refusing to ever strike a woman. I hope they keep that in the live action. That's something I really want them to keep with this character. But I mean, Taz Skylar, I feel like, is probably the most dedicated out of all the actors playing the Straw Hats. I mean, you saw what he did last season and this season. The guy became a black belt before this season started. He started like Taekwondo last season, and now he is a black belt.
His whole transformation into Sanji was incredible. He used to be a little overweight before, and then he did a bunch of training to like slim down. He took cooking lessons. He did so much to learn.
I think all of them did that. Tried to get more into shape to look more like their characters.
Yeah, but I don't think as many did as much as Sanji. Like you don't have to learn how to he actually learned how to cook. Like when he's slicing up that fish, bro, I think he actually like was slicing it up and like
he learns. Yeah, he learned how to be a chef. He did.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
But okay, so I just rewatched the scene, and yes, Sanji did not pull out a gun in live action. It looks like he was just going to grab her, and then he got grabbed by the extra arms from Miss All Sunday.
I like how she like took them all down so quickly too.
Yeah.
And Luffy's like, "Give me back my hat!"
I loved how she grabbed it and put it on. Yeah, she's my favorite out of all the new characters. I think the actress did a great job. I love the accent for Nico Robin too. It's like
I would start a war against the world government for Miss All Sunday.
Yeah. She really did a good job though. I think Lara Bova is killing it as Nico Robin. I can't wait to see more of her. I cannot
Again,
wait to see the Ennie's lobby moment,
Oh
the
my God.
I want to live thing.
Again, another example of the fans who were like complaining that, oh, this actress does not fit Robin. Oh, this actress doesn't fit Vivi.
Mhm.
Guys, shut up. Wait until the show comes out.
Shut the
and
up.
then judge it.
Oh,
Like Sean said, that Oda, the creator of One Piece, he
Literally
basically gave the go ahead for these castings.
he's
So-
literally pretty much picking them.
Yeah.
I can't. Yeah, but also, I mean, to
Like,
be
the
fair,
main-
at the
the main
same time, I
characters.
still do feel like even as it's going, they're doing great. I can still feel a lot of Netflix's influence being involved in a bunch of the decisions being made. Because even if it's like, you know, like Oda's the one who's picking the actors, who's the one who's allowing the actors to be thrown into the pool of actors for Oda to choose in the first place?
Yeah,
Right,
I mean,
like, yeah,
everybody's
Like
trying
Netflix,
out.
Netflix, of course.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
like Oda's not the one holding the casting auditions, but I'm sure they'll like say, "Hey, we're looking at this person. What do you think?" And he would probably just like, "Okay," and then that's it. But thankfully, there's no one that I think at the moment has been miscasted.
There's
and it-
2 from each season so far. So the first one was Ben Beckman. I don't know what the hell they're thinking with that. This season was what was her name, champ? Remember the nun?
Oh,
Was
the
bodybuilder. She had like
yeah,
no
one of
muscles
the
at all. Miss
the Baroque
Monday?
assassin, the pink one.
Okay, but
Yeah.
hold on. I don't think like I've seen like women. I've
You
seen.
see what she looked like in
I
the
did
anime?
see what she. Yeah, I saw what she looked.
She
I know
looks
she
like
was.
The Rock, like Brock Lesnar. Like she's a bodybuilder.
Yeah, but
And
I
they
don't-
just grabbed
I have
some
never.
random
Listen,
woman.
listen. I'm not trying to say this against any woman or try to offend anybody. I don't even know if women can do that. Like I genuinely don't. Like
What do you mean?
I've never seen a woman be that so bulky to the point where they can
No,
be like
not
that,
that
like looking
bulky,
like
but
Dwayne the
like,
Rock
you know,
Johnson. I don't think they can have that build. I'm not trying to be offensive when I say I like.
no, they can. They can. But I mean, they didn't have to go like that big, but they could have got a woman with a little bit of muscles, man. This lady just looked like
She
some
had a
regular,
little muscle on. She had muscles on her. Like I was
don't
watching.
know. Remember when you first saw China from wrestling? Like, look at the women wrestlers. Like, some of them were jacked. I mean, not all of them are, but there's some jacked.
No, I've never seen
women-
like
body.
I don't
You
think
ever
I've
seen
seen like
bodybuilder
Chinese
women?
wrestling. No, I don't think I've seen that.
Yeah, they're scary. They're huge, man.
You know what, bro?
definitely could've got
She
somebody a
didn't.
little bit
She
better.
really didn't have any lines, and she was just like fighting. She was just fighting Zoro for a little bit.
Yeah.
So it's like I don't think it matters too much, anyways. Like
Yeah, her choreography, it was okay. But I did like the whole Zoro versus the 100 Baroque Works agents.
that was
I thought
that was
that
badass. And you know
was
Zoro, he's not gonna
how he
boast about any
counted
of his
them all.
achievements.
Yeah. They said he really did take down 100 as they were shooting that. And they were really counting them because McKenna, the actor, he's like, we know that he's like, personally, I know the fans were going to count everyone. So they made
Mhm.
sure to do 100.
Mhm.
But yeah, that episode was a lot of fun. The whole another thing with Luffy, he's eating a lot more too, and it doesn't look like overdone. You know what I mean? Like it looks good. We meet. Oh yeah, we meet.
Can I?
What's
I'll
his
say
name?
one thing.
Vigorant?
One more
Yeah.
thing. I don't. This is debatable whether or not they should have included this, but the Luffy getting Luffy eating so much food to the point where you literally see him physically getting bigger because of all the food in his stomach. I would have actually liked to see. I don't know if it would be goofy to like want to see something like that because
We might do it at
he
some
eats
point.
so
They
much
did
at
that
the-
last season when they were doing Usopp's arc at Sarah Village. They did do that where he was on the table
Yeah,
and he had
when
a big
Garp
belly.
threw the cannonball. Yeah, and he blew himself
No,
up.
no,
It
no, no, no,
wasn't
no.
too-
I'm talking about when he was eating food at was it Kaya's house?
But I don't
where
think he
it was
got
at the
like I don't think he blew up
I will
like he's going
I
to
will
look
fact check
it up
you
now.
about this.
I remember he was knocked out on the table. I mean, yeah, was his stomach a little bigger? I don't know. Maybe it was because he did drink that
But that was like a
entire.
big that was a
thing,
big
too.
thing in that section of the show where it's like he got so big and fat and everything.
Yeah, and it makes sense for him because of his devil fruit. I mean,
Yeah,
if
like
they
I'm just saying it would
didn't
be cool
do
for
it,
the
I'm
because
sure
he ate more
they'll
on this
do it.
island, I think, than he did before in the first. Because it's like, bro is
That
eating at
whole
the bar,
apple
then he's like,
pie.
"Oh, I'm hungry. Oh, let's go to the bakery." He goes to the bakery, bro's eating whole pies, and then he just goes for a
Yeah,
donut that's
yeah,
all over on the other end, saying he doesn't have to pay
yeah.
when like
And
what's his name?
Igaram, I love Igaram, the guy with the
Yeah.
curl hair, and he ma. That guy, that guy was great. He got the like opera singing part down and everything, and you know,
Like it
we
didn't sound
eventually
cheesy.
find
It
out.
sounded beautiful. Like, damn, his voice sounds
Yeah.
good. In the anime, it was annoying. Actually, in the anime, it was annoying. But here, it's
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
yes, sing more, please.
yeah. It was funny. He didn't like overdo it either, but we find out that him and Vivi are really undercover. They're from Alabasta and they're trying to, infiltrate, which they did for Rogue Works. They were trying to find out who like the leader is and everything.
Which
And then
the foreshadowing
Baroque
to this
Works.
whole thing to also Vivi being a princess was actually done because even before this, when you see Garp reading a newspaper, you see on the newspaper like princess still like a monk or something like that
Princess
to do
from
with Vivi.
Alabasta still missing. Yeah, yeah. I didn't
Exactly.
catch that the first time, but I watched like reviews and people were saying, I'm like, oh shit, I totally missed that stuff. So did his stomach get bigger, champ?
I couldn't find it, but I'll have to go on Netflix to do it. But I
I
don't want
mean,
to have
if
Charles
they
Zeller.
did or didn't say they did or didn't, I'm sure they will as more seasons go on. But yeah, Mr. Five, we see Mr. Five and Miss. I keep forgetting her name.
Miss
The one
all
with the umbrella. No,
yeah
Miss All Sundays, Robin.
Miss I think it's
Oh
just Miss
God,
Sunday.
no.
Monday,
It's
Tuesday,
it's some holiday, so
Thursday,
it's her.
Friday.
It's her and Mr. Five, and they confront Vivi like, we know you're the princess from Alabasta and you're undercover, blah blah blah. So now Vivi and Luffy and them they're starting to team up, and then Igaram starts fighting them to help them escape. And I mean, this episode was fun, but Igaram, just like in season one with I forgot the lamb guy's name, they really killed him off. I think they killed off Igaram too. Mr. Five does explode him. I think they killed him off, and I think they're gonna do this every season. They're gonna really kill somebody off, unlike in the anime. So I think he's done for. But now we know who Vivi. I mean, do we know that? When do we find out? Like, when do they say that she's the princess of Alabasta?
Like
Does
towards
Nico
the end of
Robin say
episode
it?
3.
Yeah, Nico Robin mentions it, right? And then they're all like, "Oh shit,
No,
what?"
no, 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 no. Nico Robin doesn't Nico Robin confront them at the beginning
She
of episode
pops.
4 or something?
Well, she popped up, yeah, at
Yeah,
the
that was the
very
beginning of
end.
episode 4.
Three. Yeah, she popped up at that very end of episode 3, and then in the beginning of episode 4, we hear her say what
No,
she
okay, so
says.
no, we know that she was. I mean, okay, we knew that she was royalty because Nami's like, okay, we'll explain it later because like that was already said
Oh
towards the
yeah.
of the
They
episode.
just didn't know
And
she
then
was the princess of Alabasta at that time.
yeah, that's when they go into like far more of the details right afterwards.
Yeah. And I do like how Aram asks like the Straw Hats and Nami to keep her safe and get her Alabasta, and I do like how they kept like in the manga and anime. Nami's like, "Sure, we'll do it." What'd she say for like 100 billion, 10 billion berry or something like that? Like
Yeah.
she said in the manga and anime. I'm like, yes, she's
You
being
know what I
more
think was a
Nami.
dick move on Nami? I don't like that she charged Zoro 300% interest when he went to go
Oh
buy
yeah,
swords.
that's how she is, man.
I
That's
know,
a
That's
Nami.
Nami.
but he didn't. I don't even think he spent
No,
the
he
money.
didn't. He gave
No,
the
he
money
didn't.
back to her in the anime
Yeah,
or
she's like, oh
manga.
no, you're still getting charged interest. Like, bitch.
Yeah, what'd she do? Like 500% interest or something?
No,
He's like, what the
300%.
hell? Yeah, it's like what the hell is that all about?
Like, I'm just
Nami,
saying, Zoro
your
does
money
not
is
have to
my
pay that.
money. I'd be like, Nami, who are you charging? Your money's my money. The hell?
Yeah. But I like that because that's how Nami is. She's very greedy with money, and
Yeah.
they're making her do it more now in the
I
series.
don't think she's actually gonna hold. Yeah, you know what? I think she's saying that, but to be honest, I don't think she's gonna actually hold Zoro to it. Like, oh, where's my 300? Like,
No,
where's
I
my
don't
interest?
think.
I think she's just
Yeah.
saying
I-
it because she's Nami.
Yeah. That's just how Nami
It's
is.
probably one of
She's
the
just
things that we're gonna forget about it in the next episodes.
Yeah. So this episode ends with a cliffhanger of Nico Robin on the Straw Hats ship, the Going Merry. So then episode 4 starts off, and this is where you see her in the trailer, sitting on the railing on the Going Merry.
Iconic.
Monkey D. Luffy. All your friends aren't made of rubber like you. This scene was pretty cool, though, because all of them, got on their guard. And as we were talking about before, Nico Robin, subdued them all like that. And man, what a great scene. I love that one scene where we're looking down behind her. All right, one of you guys want to go?
Man, I hate to see her go, but I love to watch her leave.
Oh yeah, when she jumped off, we didn't see her
her little boat,
turtle boat. Yeah.
But kind of weird they cut that out, because it's just like,
she just jumped
into
the water.
It just
I'm thinking
just like
CGI, more money. That's what I'm thinking, possibly. But I also like how they stuck to, because I believe in the anime she went to give them I forgot what it's called, but
eternal log post.
Yeah, she's like, if you take this, it'll take you to an island. You'll be safe. No one will follow you or bother you. And Luffy just breaks it. He's like, nobody controls my destiny, or whatever the hell he said. But I like that they did that. And I love when she grabbed his hat and put it on. That was hilarious. Luffy's freaking out on her, and she's like, fine, here. But you could see there's subtle hints throughout this, like
she's not too bad. She's not all bad because she gave him that.
Yeah.
Oh no, she's bad. Oh, she
is. Yeah, because the very first episode, she's straight up murdering people pretty brutally too. But
God, I wish that was me.
But she seems like, it's like, is she good or bad? I mean, if you watch the anime or read a manga, But it's like she's kind of playing like both sides, or she's like, I don't know. You don't. If you're someone just watching this, you don't really sure where her legion lies or what she's really trying to do. Which we'll get more into that when we cover the second half of this. But yeah, so she dips off and we head over to Little Garden. This is another episode I really enjoyed. The Little Garden arc I really loved. The giants were awesome. I'm surprised they put the Brontosaurus, the ones with the long necks. I didn't think they were going to put that in where Luffy wants to ride one of them. And he's actually riding one of them. And I love when he grabbed Bibi and brought her up there with him. And the little conversation they had was pretty funny too. But I mean, just the whole introduction to that, of all of them going off doing their own thing, it was just fun to watch. It was a new island, and I like, this is what I love about One Piece. We're always visiting new islands, meeting new people, new characters, new creatures, whatever. It's just, I really enjoyed just the introduction of Little Garden, the giants, the dinosaurs. Yeah, man.
Yeah, I like how the giant, he goes up to Nami and Usopp. He's like, "Do you guys got some ale?" And he takes the ale, he drinks it. He's like, "You know what I like after drinking some ale? Lunch."
And then what did he say that scared them? The way he said, "I want to have you for lunch." But the way he said it, it's like he's like gonna eat them.
Yeah.
But he's like, "No, I want to have you. Invite you to have lunch with me," which is what he's really saying. But they're
what do you think I'm hungry for? This conversation. Yeah. And then he's like, "Oh, I see why you thought that."
Yeah. And I love the whole story that Usopp was telling him. I don't know if you noticed, but if it was Usopp in the anime who he fights in Alabasta, that's who he was making up the story of who he's fighting. So I don't think that character, the villain.
I once defeated a mole monster with a 5-ton hammer.
Yeah. So I don't think they're gonna be in Alabasta, that villain.
God, I hope so.
I thought he was. Or I thought they had him. They showed. Oh, never mind. He's not the same character.
Oh, I know what they're doing. His lies, they're coming to.
They're gonna become true.
True. Yeah, like he mentioned the goldfish one to what's her name last season, and it came true.
Mm-hmm. What was the goldfish one again?
You'll see. Sorry.
Oh, I'm not up to that part of the anime?
What?
Yeah, let's go with that. Anyway, Sean,
you'll get there. But yeah, he's gonna fight the mole monster with whatever, the 500-ton hammer. His stuff's gonna come true, because even in the anime, all this stuff is coming true. All the bullshit that he's been saying. So that okay, I see why they did that now. Okay. Yeah, but it's funny. He said that, which is like the villain, him and Chopper fight in the Alabasta arc, which would be the next arc.
I can't wait for
Starblast.
that team up.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, the Giants I really enjoyed. So we meet Brogy, as they called him, Brogy in it, and then we meet Dory, Luffy and Vivi. Yeah, yeah, they got the laughs down too and everything. And I like what we were talking about before. We love the way they shot it to make the Giants look bigger and
Real
was
actors,
just,
not CGI.
yeah,
They
yeah.
just they of course they they had to put them in to make them look giant, like it post After Effects. But no, they actually
Yeah,
use real actors portray these characters. They just didn't do a whole CGI model, which would have looked weird.
That's actually, I think that's actually easier for them to use real actors and just focus on
Oh,
characters
yeah.
and do
It's
that.
how they kind of do how they film Lord of the Rings, like
Yeah,
with the
with the
Hobbits and
Hobbits.
everything. They
Yeah,
use that
yeah,
camera
yeah.
trick and everything like
Yeah,
that. and,
Corridor
because
Crew showed it
Gandalf
off the
was
other day.
so much taller than
Yeah.
him.
The thing is, though, is that the actors is that. Oh my god, I forgot what I was gonna say. Never mind.
Oh. So, we have all the Straw Hats doing their own thing. Sanji and Zoro's like, all right, whoever kills the biggest monster, that'll be our lunch and we'll be the winner. So they're having, a little competition. And I love that they keep doing the little bantering and competition between them too, because that's a big thing in the manga and the anime, as Starblast mentioned earlier. It comes out very natural. And it's funny, they're both arguing. I forgot what they thought it was, like what they think it was, like a lion or something.
A chicken. They thought it was a
yeah,
big
yeah,
chicken.
yeah. And then a Tyrannosaurus Rex comes up, and Sanji says something, and then Zoro's like, "Yeah, that's not a chicken."
And then they're arguing over who killed it because like Sanji thinks that
Sanji
he broke its
broke
head.
its neck.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah.
Neck.
I didn't realize. I like how they make his kicks more lethal now. I don't know if you picked
Mhm.
up on that, but
I
they're
did.
a lot
Like you
more
literally see the bruise on the dinosaur.
Yeah,
You see
yeah,
it.
yeah. Like he's doing more damage, and he's more. I really like how they're doing everything with people's powers or how they fight and stuff. They're doing a very very good job with it. But we also get introduced to some more Baroque work agents, and I like how Mr. Five and I forgot her name, the other one with the umbrella. They're like, oh no, he sent, meaning Crocodile.
Find her name right.
He sent the psychopaths. And you know what? They really were psychopaths in it. All right, we're getting towards the end, and they really were psychopaths in it. And I love the
Miss Valentine.
dude. That's it, Miss Valentine. Yeah, but Miss Golden Week, if you notice, they made her shorter, like how she is in the anime. I was like, oh shit, because I thought she was gonna be like regular height, but they made her as tall as she is in the anime.
Actually, it's funny.
They both did a great job.
Exactly 1 month away from We were exactly 1 month away from Valentine's Day.
Yeah. But I like how they made them both psychopaths. Some people didn't really like that, but I thought it was a nice little twist on the characters. What do you guys think of that with Mr. 3 and Miss Golden Week? How they made them like crazy psychos?
I mean, I think really seen very much of Miss Golden Week too much yet. Like,
yeah,
like how they adapted.
Oh yeah.
That's in episode 5, really.
All right, yeah, we'll get more into that. But yeah, they were like teasing her. She's the one putting the paint on them that changes. It's like their emotion.
It's genuinely been so long. I didn't even remember this being a power. I was like, huh?
Yeah, she does have like a crazy devil fruit. Though,
I can't believe bro. It's weird. I don't remember this power at all. That's never. I would usually remember like specific flashbacks or keynotes, but this I can't.
Well, here's the thing. We're talking about an anime that's been around for like more than 20 years with over 1,000 episodes, so it's gonna be a little difficult to remember certain scenes.
Closest
I said,
go back and watch it.
The closest I could think of was a little minor spoilers. That one girl from the Doflamingo arc, who was
Sugar,
the puppets.
Oh yeah,
turn them to toys. Yeah, that she's sicko. I hope they get to her. I want to see how they do that whole crew. That'd be crazy. But yeah. I mean, she's kind of similar to that, but they made her more kind of like Sugar's personality in this. You'll see when you get into it. Yeah, I don't know what else. Oh yeah, we do see the Giants.
Let's talk
about. Go ahead.
Okay, the way that I feel that Zoro, in your mind, you would want him to cast. You want him to be like more like brazen and such, like, and in a sense, kind of like how the giants behave. Not like quite to like that extent, but having more of that energy with Zoro is kind of like how I would imagine, like, you would want him to be, like, behaving in a way, like big, like strong, like. Is that what you like look for when it comes to the like Zoro's actor?
No, he wants Zoro to, like smile more and joke around, have fun with the crew, He doesn't
Yeah.
really do it that much, which I know what he's talking about. But
Okay.
they did make him more goofy. Uh, he definitely has way more personality than last season, and he has more pre-time skip like. But I know what Champ is talking about. He wants him because Zoro, he smiled, joked around, hung out with the crew a lot. After the time skip, he's like very stoic to himself.
Yeah.
He's more badass.
Which
He
I
was
feel-
like, I already took care of Mr.
Oh
Seven.
yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Like
no,
when he
he can have
identifies
his
Baroque,
baddest moment.
that they were from Baroque's works, he's like, oh, it seems our reputation precedes us. And
Yeah.
it was like actually like bad. It's like when, because you see the look in Mr. Seven's eyes when he's like, wait, you killed
Yeah,
sorry, in
Mr.
Mr.
Nine.
Nine's eyes when you said you killed Mr. Seven.
Yeah. I like how they went back to that too.
I will say what's interesting in episode 4 is that they switch what happened to the giants, where it was Broggy in the live action. He's the one that drinks the poison ale, but in the anime, it's
Dory,
it's
the
Dory.
long beard guy, drinks it. Correct? Is that
No, we literally just watched
Didn't
it, John.
in the live action the Oh, you're saying in live action?
Yeah, and the live
Yeah.
action,
I thought
Brogy's
you
the
were
one
saying
that gets the explosive ale. But in
Yeah.
the anime, it's Dory,
Dory,
and then they also switch who gets who gets
Who gets
Mr. 3.
hurt or stabbed, killed?
Well, who Mr. 3 basically turns into a candle sculpture or whatever. That they also switched that where it's Dory, but in the anime it was Broggy. So I guess they did that just to kind of like subvert expectations so that they're not following. I don't know why.
I think it's for Usopp because this is like this arc focuses a lot on Usopp and his character development, and since he met Brogy, they're making it more emotional for Usopp because you see
that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense from a narrative. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's why I feel like
I think you're on. Yeah, I think you're onto that.
And you know what? This arc is really good character development, and just it shines a lot with Usopp, which you'll see more Heish. But if you notice, he is very like they're really shining a light on him. In episode 4, they do a lot in episode 5, so you'll see more, and we'll talk more about it next episode.
Says that Miss Golden Week's power isn't actually a devil fruit.
I don't remember that. It's been so long.
Maybe it's not. Because
I can't tell.
I think she can go in the war. I wait till you watch the next episode. I think she talks about something like that. Yeah, I don't think it is a devil fruit.
So what I'm reading right now, it's a rare magic element, and only the luckiest of fools or thieves possess. She has the ability to control emotions because her art is that good. So
okay.
I did not know that. If that's interesting, I have to go rewatch that episode or
that is interesting.
If you watch episode 5, I think there's something very subtle to kind of make you think that about it. I forgot what it was that she said, but yeah, Win is correct. But
yeah,
man. So far, the first half, I think the pacing is also really, really good. Last season, I felt like episodes 3 and 4, kind of were it got boring at points. And still, when I go back and rewatch season 1, I kind of skipped those 2 episodes. So
what was the pacing? Was that Usopp's?
That was Syrup Village.
Yeah. Honestly, his Syrup Village is kind of like the weakest arc in Romance Dawn, but here I like how things are moving. Things are constantly moving. We're seeing a lot of action. There is some great comedy, with Usopp, Zoro, and Sanji. I'm loving that we're seeing more of this crew interact with each other, and
Even the dynamic with all of them are great. And now with
Oh,
Vivi,
yeah.
it's really good too. So
Oh yeah, and I actually love the improvements they made with Vivi's character, and I like how
yeah,
hopefully we'll explore more because she does have a flaw that gets addressed later on in the Alabasta arc that Luffy calls out on. So
yeah. Is that when he
we'll
punches
see.
her? You think
Yeah,
they're
they're not
do
gonna
that
keep
in the
that.
live action?
No, they're not
I
keeping
think
that.
they will, or he'll slap her. I think he might
I don't
slap.
think that. The
They'll
way how
I
Luffy
think they're
is,
gonna do
I don't
something.
think that.
You know what, bro?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know because I wouldn't necessarily. I don't know if I would call like Luffy necessarily being out of character when he does that, but the way that they portrayed Luffy up until like right now, I mean, to say that they wouldn't do that would kind of also be implying the narrative that Luffy isn't exactly the same as he is in the anime.
I mean, they're all
Which that's always been what you've heard.
yeah, they're all like their characters, but also
Tweaks.
yeah, it's like their take on it, and they're all very, very good at acting like these characters.
Maybe she
and
would,
no
maybe
adaptation.
he would at least hold her by like the shirt neck as he's like talking to her.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, they could do something where he's like a little aggressive, but like no adaptation is going to be 1-to-1. If you want to like have the full original story, read the manga.
Yes.
Read the manga.
Watch anime. One of them.
Read the manga.
Some people
read the manga
more anime watchers. If you're an anime,
I cannot say that. Okay, both the anime and the manga have flaws. I'll tell you this right now. The anime has the problem with pacing, with those long.
But I'm saying that if you want to watch like, it's not like how the original is, go watch or read the original. This is the adaptation that's taking things and improving or cutting things.
Yes, but also
not everything's
going to the issue with the manga, and I can say this from reading, the manga is so cluttered in modern day. With so much of it, like with so much of the panels like being squeezed in, like they squeeze so much story into the manga, and then the anime is like pacing it out too much. It's like they both have the opposite problems.
Yeah.
I think where we're at now, Heish, where you're at now, the pacing is really good. I will have some things to say about the rest of the episodes, but we'll do that like next week. So I'll talk more about that. But we are about over an hour. Anyway, guys, what are your final takes from episodes 1 through 4 on season 2 of live action? Just give a little quick thing. What do you think so far?
Great start to the next season. It keeps the momentum of the first one, keeps the charm of the first season. And still all of like the little subtle details, just they know how to make these characters like just like honor them as well, make them feel alive. I like what they did with Mr. 5. I like his design. I like Miss Valentine too. I think that the charm of One Piece is still like so well done here, and I really want I really think that this will be a great way for people who do not necessarily watch anime. They can watch the live action of this and be like, you know what? I think we should actually watch the anime. It brings a whole demographic to One Piece. It brings more.
It did bring a lot of new fans the first season, and probably this season too. But they said it brought a lot of new fans, and there's still people who just watch live action, which is fine. But if you do want more, there is more in animation or manga.
And I'm looking forward to seeing just how much they're able to continue doing it, because the budget for this season is way more than the first one.
Yeah.
It gets really good. Episode 7 was rated like a 9.8 on IMDb. It's the highest rated episode of the season. So you'll get to
Oh my god, hold on. I need to okay. You remember what I was gonna I remember what I was gonna say something earlier and I forgot.
The Giants? Yeah.
Okay, I remember what it was now. So do you remember? Okay, I noticed that when they were like in Little Garden, a lot of the times when they're filming characters, that they're doing the same technique with the characters that they did with the Giants, almost like they're trying to hide the set. They do this shot where the camera angle is upward so that you just see the character in the sky. And I don't know why they're doing that so many times, because like it's almost like I just noticed it happening. Like it's not a big deal. It's just something minor. Like they
something on a technical nitpick is that they keep using the fisheye lens. You notice that where the character is like zoomed in and it's like really blurred out in the background. They use a fisheye lens and it is really just distracting. If you don't know what a fisheye eye lens is, basically
No, I know what
like
it is,
where
yeah.
this character looks like the popping out from the background, but it just looks really messy and distorted. I don't know why they do
It's
that.
your favorite Snapchat filter.
Especially when it's like this close. I'm just like, bro, okay, come on. So
Well, the first season they would always go in really close. They're not
yeah, that's
as
the
close.
that's the
Yeah,
fisheye
they're not
lens
doing
that they
it
kept
as
doing.
close. Yeah,
They're
yeah.
not doing it as much as the first
Yeah,
season, but
yeah.
when they do it,
That
it's
was something
like,
I didn't like. Yeah, last season it's like, yo, come on, why are you going so goddamn close up? Back the
Yeah.
hell up, man.
yeah. So they need a
Like it's
the
not perfect, but
it's
yeah,
not perfect,
there's
but
some
it is a little bit
nitpicks.
better. But
Yeah,
anyway,
yeah.
that was my 2 cents. Sean, was there any feedback or any final thoughts for episodes 1 through 4?
I'll get
real quick?
into it in the next episode. I
Okay.
mentioned like a couple things, that bug me that, really weren't horrible.
Yeah.
But there's some things I wasn't a huge fan of that we'll get into in the next few episodes.
Well, anyway, guys, that's gonna be it. Do it for our review. Half of the review for half of this season. Episodes 1 through 4. Again, thank you guys for watching. Let us know in the comments below what you thought of the first 4 episodes of One Piece live action. Is this gonna make you start reading the manga or watch the anime? Please be sure to subscribe to Devil 19. Subscribe to our second channel, the Figures and Films channel. That should be a link somewhere in the description. Follow Starblast Studios and my channel as well, Champ Animation. We are going to have more content up here. I know we've been on a hiatus. We've been really busy. Again, we apologize for that, but we are going to make more videos soon. We are going to finish that ranking list for the One Piece anime that me and Sean are doing. We are going to finish that off.
I think we have one episode to do.
Yeah, I think we have one more episode left, so we'll have that out soon. And we're all going to do a discussion soon about the Dragon Ball third parties coming to an end, possibly. So keep an eye out for that. We'll definitely discuss that sometime soon. Again, thank you guys for watching. Be sure to subscribe and stay notified. Until then, I have one thing to say. Gather up of all the crew, it's time to ship out beans to brew. Steam wind blows to where who knows the winds will be your guide. Oh, across the ocean's tide, rays of sunshine far and wide. Birds they sing of cheerful things in circles passing by. Bye.
Yo ho ho ho. Yo ho ho ho.